Hey family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning family member, thank you. Alright guys, remember, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that fun stuff. We love that, we love that. Remember, there's a giveaway on this channel. Stay till the end of the video to learn more about that. So we'll get into that later. Alright guys, let's get into it. So as you saw from the title, this is part 2 of the investing starting from zero. This is gonna be like a little mini series and it's gonna be kind of cool. So this is part 2 of the investing starting from $0 video. So let's review for where we are now. What we went over in the first video was getting your Roth IRA started. So let's say you have your Roth IRA, great, and then we talked about the reason why you should go with your Roth over traditional. Roth gives you the growth of the account tax-free. Traditional does not. So if you put $100 into a Roth, you pay taxes up front, the money grows tax-free, and then when you take it out, you're good, tax-free. Traditional, you have to pay the taxes. You don't pay the taxes up front, so the $100 doesn't get taxed, or the $50 doesn't get taxed when you put it in, but then when you take it out, when it's a larger amount, when it's invested and compounded, then you pay the taxes. So that's why the Roth is better. Then you have your brokerage account that you're putting $100 a month in, let's say conservatively. So if you could put like $300, $400 a month in the Roth, you can put max of $500 a month. Then you have your $100 a month going in your brokerage, and then your company's matching, right? So you got your Roth, you're rocking with your Roth, you're rocking with the brokerage, you're rocking with the additional money from your company that they're giving you for the match. You're in a really good position, right? You got a good start. So it's kind of cool because you got your Roth, you got your brokerage. Remember, the difference between a Roth and a brokerage is the Roth is for long-term, 59.5. You can only put $6,000 in it, and it is non-taxable after you pulled money out. With brokerage, there's not as many rules. There's no age limit that you have to take it out. The taxes are different on it from the Roth, and also it's more flexible because if you want to buy a business or a piece of real estate, or if you want to buy an investment, it's more like accessible to getting that instead of having to be like, oh, I gotta wait all this time. I gotta wait till 59.5. That's why you want to have both, because you want to be able to wait till 59.5 with the Roth. But then with the brokerage account, you also have the opportunity to live on it, or to buy an investment property or a business or investment opportunity or whatever that comes up. So that's where we are right now. Now, the next big step is, assuming, most people do want to get married, and most people, I'm sure, watching this video don't want to have a significant other. For tax purposes, it's really good because then your Roth doubles automatically because it's 2 people. So the next step would be, okay, you're a single guy or single girl doing your $300, $400, $500 a month, and then doing your $100 in your brokerage, and then your company's matching, so you got some money coming from there. This automatically can double once you get married, because then you guys can put together, if you're putting $6,000 in a Roth, or $5,000 or 4, you can put 8 or 7 or whatever. So then you can put double. So you can put up to $1,000 a month instead of $500 a month, since there's 2 people now going towards the same retirement, because your marriage is 1. So then you have that going. And then you can double your brokerage account. So let's say, like in a really good case, you go from $500 a month to $1,000 a month because there's 2 of you now. You fund 2 Roth IRAs. And then you go from brokerage going $100 to $200. And then let's say your employer was matching you $100 a month, right, for $500 because they match. And then your wife or your husband's $100 a month. So everything doubles. So I think that's the next logical step, going from, okay, you started your Roth by yourself, you started your brokerage by yourself, and then you have your match by yourself. Now that literally just doubles. It's not rocket science, it just doubles, because then you have more opportunity to invest, because now there's 2 people in the game instead of 1, because you're married, right? So now you can do $1,000 a month in your Roth, then you get $200 a month in match, then you get $200 a month in your brokerage. Everything just doubles, We just went from, you could do max, or you could do more, but like you're starting, if you did $600, $700 a month between 3, Then you can do $1,400 a month between 3. That's a huge step in the right direction, guys. So this could be the next logical step in your wealth building journey. So you say, okay, I'm doing your Roth, then we got 2 Roths, and I'm doing brokerage, and we got 2 brokerage, or just double the brokerage amount going in. Like it's magic. So let's say that you've been doing that for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You know, you're doing good in your career, both of you guys, and making good money. You know, we're not gonna say income limits here. We're just gonna say, you know, good money, and you're getting promotions and stuff. Now you can kind of go to the next level. So you have so we do level 1, level 2, level 3, and kind of go on. So you got level 1, where you're just a single person, doing your Roth, doing your brokerage, getting the match. Then you move to level 2. You got your 2 Roths because you're married, double the brokerage, double the match, right? And then now let's move to level 3, which is where we're gonna have a lot of fun, right? Level 3. Now we can go back to that brokerage account and start making multiple mutual fund accounts within your portfolio. So the next step is to go back to the brokerage account and open up more accounts to diversify your portfolio. What does that mean in English, Matt? Well, it just means to spread your eggs in multiple baskets. So let's say you have an S&P 500 fund for the fun of it. We're gonna have multiple videos going over the different funds and mutual funds there are out there, and the 4 different types and all that. And tons of content coming on that. So let's say you have a growth fund and you have an S&P 500, and S&P 500 is the 500 largest companies in America, and a growth fund. So it's very simple. A growth fund is a mutual fund invested mostly in companies with above average growth, with the goal of being capital appreciation rather than yield income and dividend payouts. A growth fund is expected to appreciate more over the long term than the broad market. Now, what does this mean? So first of all, they're not worried about the income and the dividend payouts as much as just growing, you know. So it could be a little bit more risky, and we'll talk about what dividends are and dividend payouts and, you know, all that fun stuff later. That's gonna be a whole series too. But for the purpose of this video, basically it's more aggressive and you can have more opportunity to make more money over a long term because you're young and you have more time to invest. So that could be a good thing. That's gonna be good. So now you have 2 or 3 brokerage accounts that you're doing an S&P 500, you're doing a growth fund, and then you could do an index fund or whatever, which is similar to an S&P 500, or you can do a blue chip fund. And a blue chip fund is the one that invests in blue chip stocks or shares, well-established companies, and excellent overall financial performance. So this is bigger companies. So you could do, let's say for example, you could do an index fund, you could do a growth fund, and then you can do a blue chip fund, and then have 3 different funds. And then you're more diversified and be able to put more money. So you could put $100 in each or $200 a month in each, and that's gonna build up over time. And that's the key word, time. So remember, this is like over another 5 years. So at level 3, now you have 2 Roths, you have matching money, you have a couple different brokerage accounts, like brokerage funds within your portfolio. So you have mutual funds. So let's say you have 3 different mutual funds, and then you got 2 Roth IRAs because you're married, and then you got the match money. Oh my goodness, it's a snowball in the right direction. Wow, we just went from level 1 to level 3. That's gonna be a thing now, guys. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Now, level 4, we're gonna get to in future videos. That's gonna be fun, a lot of fun. And notice, I'm not really talking about the end numbers yet, because we're gonna do specific in-depth research and case studies on that type of stuff. But we're gonna start with just, okay, you know, level 1, level 2, level 3, kind of just came in my head, and I was like, you know what, let's do it, right? So, you know, now we're at level 3, which is crazy. That's awesome, you know? And I know some people are gonna say, well, Matt, I don't have that much money to invest. Well, my thing is, make sure you're out of debt, make sure you have an emergency fund, and then make sure you're making, you know, find ways to make more money with side hustles and whatnot, and get on a good career path, and you know, figure out what you're passionate about and turn it into something that you like to get to the level. So you got level 1, level 2, level 3. So guys, and remember, this is a span of 10 to 15 years, you know, from level 1 to level 3. And that's okay. I mean, if you're 25 or 35, you went 45, you know, or 45 to 55, 55 to 65, or whatever. So remember, this is over a good amount of time, and you know, over 20 years, you can start really looking at some substantial money at level 3. And you can just stay at level 3. You don't even have to go to level 4 or level 5. And those will be in the next videos. But you know, we'll keep that coming. So, you know, level 1 through 5 or level 1 through 20, you know, whatever. So guys, remember, there's gonna be another part to this video because we got level 4, we got level 5 coming. So you already know. So it's pretty cool. So, you know, I kind of walked through level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1, just a single person doing Roth, match, and a brokerage. Then level 2, get married, 2 Roths, 2 matches, double your brokerage. Level 3, 2 Roths, 2 match, brokerage doubled, plus two or three different funds within the mutual funds, just in the free market. So then you have that diversity. And then level 4 and level 5, that's where it's gonna get fun. So stay tuned for that. All right guys, so remember, there's a $100 Visa gift card giveaway on this channel. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all of that fun stuff, and share it with your friends and your family. Remember, at 1,000 family members, we are gonna get a giveaway going, and it's gonna be a $100 Visa gift card giveaway, so stay tuned for that. So guys, go check out the financial vocabulary. It'll be linked right here, somewhere in this screen, and go start checking those out. If you're new to the channel, you just found us, go back there to get a foundation of what the words all mean, and then we can kind of go from there. And then this is gonna be a couple part series, so we'll have different series. So I wanna give recommendations on which videos to watch next and all that stuff at the end of every video now. It's a new thing I'm doing. All right guys, that's all for today's video. Remember to continually work to become the best version of yourself. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.